Hi, welcome to DP Animations. So today's tutorial is based on a 3D particle logo animation on Trapcode that I used to create just a simple logo intro for an ECOWAS program I'm editing. I just thought I should share it with you all. Please kindly like, subscribe and comment. So let's open After Effects, create a new composition 1920 by 1080. Let me name it logo. Okay. Alright. So with that open, let me import some logos into my scene. So I have some 3 logos here. So now let me click and drag the logo into our comp. Okay, so this is the logo that I'm going to use. It's an ECOWAS logo. Let me scale it down somewhere here. I think somewhere here is good. That's 70. All right, so let me create another composition. Let me name this one main. All right, after you're done with that, click and drag the logo comp into the main. All right, now make the logo comp 3D, then hide it. All right, now let's create a new solid layer. Right click in new, then select solid layer. Let me name the solid layer particular. That's where I'm going to apply my particular effect. All right, so now let's go to effects here, Trapcode, and select particular. All right, so let's see. Okay, we are in business. Okay, now let's do some changes here in the particular effects. So let's come to emitter. Okay, the emitter type, let's change from point to layer, then particle per second. Let's go something like 10,000. Let's come down here, emitter size Z, and make it 50. Let's go 50. Velocity, let's go 0 there. Okay, so now let's come here, layer emitter. Let's change from none to logo so that it will pick our logo. Okay, you see that? All right, now let's insert in a camera. So right click in new camera, and let me use something like 28mm camera. Okay, let's right click in again, new, then insert in a null object. Okay, let's make the null object 3D. Let me rename it as cam control. All right, then after that, parent the camera to the cam control. In this way, we are going to use the cam control to control the camera, which is the null object. Okay, now press R on your keyboard. Let's rotate the logo a bit. So on Y rotation, let's go something like 60. Then on X position, let's go something like 30. Okay, we will change it later. All right, so now let me duplicate the particular here. Control D to duplicate. Now the bottom one, let me rename it as something like noise. Okay, now let's do some changes. The particular on the noise, let's see. So the particle per second says here 10,000, so let me make it 1,000. Okay, then the velocity, let me change it from 0 to 50. Okay, now let's come down. Let's come to particle here, particle life. Let's go something like 2. Then life random, let's go something like 100. Let's come here, size over life. Then let's come to the presets beside it here, the presets here, and select the decreasing one. Okay, now let's go to environments, win Z. Let's go something like 200. What that will do is it creates a kind of particle around the logo. Whilst the animation is going on, there's a bit of dust all around it. Okay, so now let's duplicate the particular again. Control D. Okay, now the top one, let me rename it as lines. All right, so let's do some changes to its effect again. Particle per second, it says here 10,000. Let me change this one again to 250. Now let's go to the wind, which is the environment. Let's change from Z 0 to let me go something like -600. Okay, now we are going to switch to a second system. Okay, so let's come up here. Okay, we are going to switch to a second system. So let's click on add a system. Okay, so add a system, it will take you to another domain within the particular effect. Okay, so let's wait till it opens. Okay, so here is it. All right, so when it comes like this, all that you have to do is, this is what we want, just click OK or apply. Okay, and then it will apply it. You see that? Okay, now let's click on it again. So we are set. All right, so under system 2, okay, particular system 2, this is what we are going to do. So emitter type 2, let's change it from point to emit from parent system. Okay, so you see that it has changed here. All right, so now particle per second S2 system 2, let's go 200. Then velocity system 2, let's go 0. Now let's come to particle system 2. So life per seconds, let's go 1. Sphere feathers, let's go something like 30 here. All right, so now let's come to size over life system 2. Let's come to the preset and select the decreasing one. Okay, opacity system 2, let's go 50. Now opacity over life 2, the same thing, let's select the decreasing one. Okay, all right, so now let's see color from parent. All right, let's go 100 on that, so that to pick the color of the actual logo instead of the white there. Let's watch. You see it has changed. Okay, let me check this in velocity. So velocity from emitter motion, let me change it from 20 to something like 200, so it to be elongated. Okay, all right, so now let's see what we have first, then we continue. Okay, cool. All right, now let's insert in an adjustment layer, new adjustment layer. Let me bring it on top here. Okay, then come to effects and presets and type glow. Double click to apply it onto the adjustment layer. See how it has glowed it. I think I'll maintain it like this, just reach out this way. Okay, so now let's do some quick animation. Okay, now let me start here. I will start my animation from somewhere 3 seconds. I think that's where I'll start. So let me move this one here. So on something like 8 seconds, okay, I'm going to straighten my logo. All right, so 0 here, 0 here on the cam control. That's what I'm using to animate it. Okay, so that everything will be straight. So let me set a key on all right, then on something like from 12 to 13 seconds. Okay, let me go in, let me move it in a bit more. So Z, hold the shift key, then press P for position. Okay, all right, so let me bring the timeline backwards here. So what I'm going to do here is this, I'm going to move this thing closer, the logo closer to us. All right, so first let me set a key, then move it on Z. Let me move it closer to us, see that it's coming closer. Okay, so I think like this is okay, so I'll leave it like this, then come to something like 12 seconds. Okay, now let me zoom out. So first let me go 0, so that it will come to its original position. All right, so let me go in a bit more, Okay, so I can leave it like this. I want to start the rotation of the logo from the other side. Okay, so on X, on Y rotation, let's rotate it. Let me go this way, a negative value, so something like 90 minus 90 is okay. Okay, then let me zoom in. Let me stand on the control radar to zoom in so that you can see it well. All right, okay, so let me move it to this side so that it will start with the lines. Okay, so this is okay. Now let me set a key on the rest. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. All right, so it will be like let's play it first and see. Okay, cool. But let's do a bit of twigging here. Okay, so the middle here. Okay, this should have come in here, but it's all good. So let me stand on this wall. Okay, now let's move it to the other side so that it will disappear. Sorry for my system is a bit slow, that's why I'm experiencing all these. So let me zoom in a bit. Let me zoom a bit. So let me continue to zoom in. I'm using the control. Okay, so I'm standing on its X and Y Z axles to be moving it. So let me go this side a little bit more so that this part will disappear. So I can start like this. Then in the middle here, when it gets to the middle here, let's just zoom in more. So zoom in more, then make this one hide in the corner there again. Alright, so let me test it first. Okay, if you are not happy with that style, you can still make a bit of tweaks here. Okay, let me position this well. So let me go the other direction too and see if that will help. Okay, now rotation, let's go a positive value and rotate to the other side. Alright, so let's try this one and see if the coming in is what we wanted. Okay, I think this will do. Let me just leave it like this for now. So this part you can still shift it in. Okay, let me shift it in so that it disappears. All right, so this is okay. Let me leave it like this. Then let's come to, you can select the entire keys, then easy ease them. That's based on how smooth you think it is. Okay, select these ones, then move them closer. This one too, let me move it closer. Now this is what we are going to do here. You see the particles that is forming the logo, which is the particular here, this particular one. Okay, we are going to use a fade out effect here. Okay, so before it lands, we don't want the logo to show. Okay, so by the time it reaches here, before the logo will form. So let's click the opacity, set a key on opacity, then go 0 here. So what is coming to land for the logo will form. All right, see that? Simple. You can do the same thing on the noise too. Okay, just click on the opacity, set a key, all right, then go 0 on it too, so that there will be nothing there at all. It will be only the lines that you are animating here. So by the time it settles down, before all these will come into play. Okay, so now when it settles here, okay, we want the lines to go away. All right, press E on the lines layer, that's E for the effects. Okay, let's come here, emitter 2, particle per second on emitter. Okay, we will animate that. So it says here 200, so let's set a key, move the timeline a bit forward, then go 0 there. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so I think, let me move it to this side. Okay, so whilst it's settled down, it's disappearing, the lines are disappearing. Okay, so that to be left with only the logo. Okay, so the final logo will be the actual logo. Okay, so from here let's create another composition, then let's name it final. Now let's bring the main here, the main. Let's move it to the starting. Let me bring it out a bit. So let's start from here and animate to the logo. Where is it? Now let's bring the final logo here. Okay, so let's go up. All right, now let's press T on the logo, set an ending key on opacity, then go 0. Okay, let me open it up a bit more. Okay, all right, so we are using the opacity to bring the logo. Okay, so what we are going to do is, first let me hide the logo. When the logo reaches here, let's see, when it lands, let me see the landing position. Did I scale the logo down? It looks like scale it down. So let me scale it down here to S. Let me scale it down a bit so that it will fit in perfectly well there. Okay, so this is okay. All right, so when it lands like this, let me bring it, the logo here. All right, what we are going to do is we are just going to use the masking tool to mask away these particles. Okay, so just use the masking tool. If this is your pen tool, you just have to click. Let me click here, click here. Because of tutorial, I'm in a hurry a bit more, so I'm just going to rush to do this. Okay, let's click, 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 then click. So press M on the keyboard, then subtract. Okay, double M to bring out the other attributes. So what we are going to do is see this, we are going to use the max expansion. So let's go a negative value to erase all that is hidden here. Okay, all right, so we are going to set a key from here. When the logo comes in, we set a key there to somewhere like 6 seconds, then we open it up. Let's go 0 there on the max expansion. See that? The max feathers, let's go something like 30, then it's okay. So now let's play it and see. Okay, you see that, how it came in fast, simple. I'm sorry for today's tutorial because my system is a bit slow. I don't know what is going on though, but I need to solve it fast. Okay, and if we have some light flare effects, we can add it to it, make it pop up more. All right, okay, so I'll leave the tutorial here. Maybe if you guys find it a bit confusing, you can hit me up again, then I'll maybe take my time, then do it another time. Okay.